What's the most authentic way to make Swedish meatballs? Honestly, I have no idea because the recipe is very old. And you have so many different ways of making Swedish meatballs. However, in this first episode, I will try to make it as authentic as possible. And we go back almost 60 years to a recipe written down by one of the father of the Swedish modern cuisine, Tore Wretman. So this is the book I'm talking about. This recipe that I will show you today will be inspired by his recipe. And as I told you, he is one of the early modern chefs in the Swedish cuisine. So let's make this recipe and let's do Swedish meatballs. First, the sweetened lingonberries. Mix 250 grams of frozen lingonberries with 80 grams of granulated sugar. Stir them and let them sit at room temperature until they look like this. And now the Swedish pressed cucumber. Just slice them on a mandolin, thin, or with a sharp knife. You can let them rest on a paper towel and salt them slightly so they release more moisture. Now to a bowl, add water and spirit vinegar. This is 12% spirit vinegar. And also sugar and a pinch of pepper, which you can't see here because my camera battery decided to die. Now, put those cucumbers inside a jar, chop some parsley, and add it to the bowl. Mix it shortly, and now pour it into the jar with the cucumber. Stir it and pack it so tight together as possible. Now put on the lid and let this stay in the refrigerator for at least 1 to 2 hours. Peel your potatoes. If you are like me and you hate to clean more than you have to, you can use a parchment paper like this. And just fold it together and you can throw away the garbage. Put the potato directly into the water and salt it generously. Bring it to a boil and put on the lid. For the cream Swedish sauce, slice half of an onion and half of an apple. You don't need to peel the apple. So in a pot, just add some butter and the apple and the onions. Let they sizzle until the onions start to become translucent. Then you can add the stock. Now reduce this to about half, and then it's time to add the cream. Bring this up to a boil and once again reduce by half. Now strain the sauce into a smaller pot. And be sure to squeeze all the good flavors out from those apples and the onion. Bring it to a simmer, salt it to taste. Add some blackcurrant jelly for the sweetness. And stir it so everything combined. And that is your Swedish cream sauce. For our meatballs, chop onion. Add them to a pan. Fry them until they are golden brown, like this. Now to a bowl, add heavy cream. breadcrumbs, 1 egg, salt and white pepper. Mix in the onions and stir it. Let it rest for 10 minutes. And now it's time to add our meat. We're using 3 types of meat here: pork, veal and beef. Mix it together with a wooden spoon. Before we start making our meatballs, use some oil on a plate. The meatballs will release so much easier. Now roll your meatballs and put them on the plate. Set your stove to medium heat and put on a pan. Wait until it's hot. Add the butter. When the butter has melted, it's time to add your meatballs. Let them fry to golden brown and look like this. So here you have it, guys, the Swedish meatballs inspired by Tore Wretman. But whatever you do, don't forget the most important thing, the sauce.